Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Rockville, Maryland, on the campus of Montgomery College, as we bring to you today a really high-intensity matchup between the Montgomery Raptors and your Howard Dragons. Mark Winkle bringing the action today, joined by the legendary coach, associate head coach of the men's basketball team, now here commenting for the women's game, Will Thomas. Will, thanks for joining me today.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
Of course. We got a big one today. We've got two of the top four teams in the region. Howard, 12-3 overall record, but 4-0 in divisional play. Montgomery, they come in with a 13-6 overall record, but they are in at 4-1 in divisional play. A huge matchup between two really good teams. Let's start by talking about the host, Montgomery College. It really comes down to those twins, don't it?
Yes, very high-scoring twins. Shoot the ball deep, quick. I think Howard can slow them down. They have a good chance of winning.
We are talking about the Gonzalez twins. Litzy Gonzalez, the leading scorer on the team at 13.2 points per game. Actually not in the starting lineup. Her sister is, however, that is Isabella Gonzalez. She is at 11.9 points per game, also in double digits averaging this year. Keep an eye on number 12, Talia Kunker. She is at 12.5 points per game coming into this contest. On the other side, you've got the Howard Dragons. They've had an amazing year, 12-3 overall. Had a little bit of a hit to the roster, dressing just 6 today. What are you hoping to see out of the Howard Dragons today?
I hope they stay out of foul trouble. They dressed 6, but they really only got 5, so they need to stay out of foul trouble to make this a good contest.
Coming in the game, you've got a couple in double digits. It's Micaiah Mallett, averaged 12.4 points per game. She's really been the driving force, also averaging almost 8 rebounds per game. The big loss right now, it's Sydney Harmon, 12.3 points per game, 44 blocks on the year, also has a 7.8 rebounds per game. Just an all-around great player and a 6'1" presence that is not going to be in there for the Dragons. How do they deal with the not having Sydney in the lineup there?
They're going to take a team effort. Sydney does a lot for them with rebounding and blocking shots. They're going to need a team effort, boxing out, rebounding, and a team effort defensive-wise. Guards really going to have to keep the guys in front of them. Sydney normally cleans up that mess when they get beat, but without her being there, it's going to be a team effort today.
We'll take a quick look at the starting lineups. For Howard, it's going to be the sophomore guard, Madison Carey, along with sophomore guard, Nakia Smith, freshman forward, Asana Offer out of Annapolis, Maryland. You've got freshman guard, number 13, Jayla Putnam, and freshman forward, number 21, Micaiah Mallett, rounding out the starting 5 for Howard. For the Raptors, you've got number 2, Courtney Johnson, the sophomore forward/guard, plays a little bit of both. The freshman guard, number 5, Kania Miller. Mentioned before, the sophomore guard, Isabella Gonzalez. You've got sophomore guard, Talia Kunker. And rounding out their starting 5, it is the sophomore center standing at 6'1", Athena Ngangnie. We will take a quick pause for the national anthem. You know, well, another storyline to come into this game. Both these teams on big winning streaks. Montgomery's on a 4-game winning streak, coming off of some big regional wins. They beat Prince George's in overtime. They beat Potomac State by 30 points. They beat Hartford by 40. And then just coming off of a 20-point win over Northern Virginia. Any of those wins stand out to you in particular?
The PG win stands out for me. PG's a really good competitive team. I think they nationally ranked Division III, and they always have a good team. And I think they rivalries, they so close together, rivalries. I think that's a great win for them.
Yeah, speaking of that PG game, that was a tough game for the Dragons. They are coming off a win against Prince George themselves and a big 63-59 win. Howard is on a 5-game winning streak themselves. And, you know, just one big thing that stands out for me looking at the stats, Montgomery coming to this game averaging 72 points per game. The Howard Dragons defense allowing just 41 points per game. That Dragons defense has been absolutely dominant all season long, but we are going up against a team that's averaging 72 points per game. Something's got to give there.
Yes.
We just heard the starting five for Howard. See the Montgomery cheerleading squad welcoming on the starting five for the home squad. And there is the big center, Athena Kania.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset that Sid's not playing today. I think Sid and her would have had a great battle today.
That would have been fun to watch. And unfortunately, Sydney Harmon suffered a knee injury in that win over Prince George's. Thankfully for the Howard faithful, have heard it is not a serious injury, but serious enough to keep her out in this game.
That's good.
Two of the best teams in Region 20, neighboring rivals. This has been a long-time rivalry between two really good programs. Another chapter in the story book between this rivalry as they look to set off here. Montgomery won the last meeting last year in a 78-75, an epic game between the two, and we are underway. Montgomery will get the possession first. It will be Gonzalez take control as Howard gets into their 2-3 zone defense. Underneath, Tingania.
I got good job running her off the three-point line there.
Back to Ngania. She's going to try to dish it off to the top. Gonzalez pump fake. Now she'll let it loose from the top of the key. That's no good. And no defensive rebounders for Howard. Ngania will get the offensive rebound and
That's
put it
where
back.
they missed Sydney. Yeah, Sydney would have cleaned that defensive rebound up right there. I think it's going to be a tough night if they can't control the boards against this team.
Yeah, certainly need to put a body on that big 6'1" center for the Raptors. Howard gets into their offense. It's going to be Smith to let one loose. That's off the front of the rim. Battle for the rebound, and it's going to come into the hands of Putnam. Howard tries to reset. She'll try to pass it to Offer, and Offer unable to catch it.
Yeah, they just need to slow down. That's a rush pass, the unnecessary pass. Let's take your time. They're not pressuring you on defense. Slow it down. Yeah.
Gonzalez makes the extra pass. Kunker gets it inside. Ngania back up top to Gonzalez. They move the ball quite nicely. One-touch passing, not even seeing the ball hit the court on their dribble. And it will be Courtney Johnson who puts it up for her first points of the game. Will be Nakia Smith to bring it up for the Dragons. Carey from the corner. She'll drive inside. Good pump fake, trying to get some room to shoot, and does off the glass. Great shot by Madison Carey.
Yeah, that was a tough shot.
Raptors bring it up once again.
They gotta protect that middle. They're getting the ball in the middle too easily. They gotta find shooters. Ten's been open. She's haven't took the shot.
Johnson gets inside. It's going to be a rebound by Ngania again. Johnson unable to get it as it was the Dragons did a good job that time contesting the rebound, and they will get possession. Moving it back the other way. Carey, pump fake. She'll let loose from three-point range. A little bit off the front of the rim. Smith with the offensive rebound. Gives it up to Micaiah Mallett. Mallett puts it up in a rebound, or excuse me, the layup for Micaiah Mallett. Howard ties the game up at 4.
So it's all about the defensive end for these. I think Howard got scores. They just need to come up with some stops.
Yeah. Underneath, once again, you can see Raptors trying to play through Ngania. Johnson. So few dribblers for this Raptors team. They just want to keep the ball moving. Johnson with the turnaround jumper. That is going to roll off the front of the rim and in for the Raptors. Have to wonder how the Dragons will handle so few players on their bench today to see if this starting five will play in too many minutes to try to manage their workload in this contest, have to time out the timeouts. Putnam gives it up. Offer lets one loose from just outside the free throw line. That is going to be rebound by Ngania.
Well, it's sad to say they're going to have the starters for Howard going to play 40 minutes to have a chance to win.
And it's going to be pretty tough for most of them. I mean, for Nakia Smith, that's just a normal day and a three-pointer.
Well, Nakia Smith got to play 40 minutes. She's the only true ball handler they have, so she can't really go out the game.
Well, Smith is a cross-country champion, so certainly not an issue for her. She's usually used to playing close to 40 minutes every game. As that will be tipped out. That three-pointer by Kunkar.
Yeah, right there, this is simple ball fakes. Like, fake one and make one. If you give a simple ball fake, the middle is wide open there. Telegraphing passes, just slow down, take your time.
Dragons will inbound it from the corner. A tough play to come off of. I know this is one of those plays where you guys would probably just try to lob it up towards the rim and have somebody just touch that in. A little bit tougher on the women's side. As Smith will just get the inbound pass and will start it from the top of the key once more. Inside to Offer. That's a good pass, but it's going to be swatted away by Ngania. Raptors going back the other way. This is Isabella Gonzalez. Gets it inside to Johnson. She'll try to go underneath the Ngania. It's slapped away by Carey. Second try by Johnson. This time she'll put up the shot, misses, and Mallet with the rebound. Howard looks to push the pace as Mallet will bring the ball up herself. Mallet, an underrated forward for her ability to make plays as well. A really good passer, is able to dribble drive in as well. Haven't really seen her get the ball in her hands too much in this game other than just the quick pass. They will try to get it to her underneath, and she's unable to keep that in. They'll be out for a Raptor ball. Again, another forced pass inside.
Yes, very forced pass. Hit singles right now. Just hit singles. Take your time. That's one thing that's Montgomery doing. They swinging the ball until they get an open look. They're hitting singles right now. They're not forcing anything. They're getting good looks. That's another good shot right there.
We'll find Johnson. Johnson will miss it on the shot just from the elbow, but gets the offensive rebound and a second chance. Ngania tries to back down Mallet. Puts that up too strong. That's no good. What a save there, as it will be Offer that is able to bring it back in. Carey gets on her horse, trying to push the pace. That one's taken away. Johnson just stripped it right from her hands as she tried to go up for the shot.
It was another 4 shots. A fast break, 1-on-4. Slow it down, take your time. Like, Montgomery doing a great job running the offense. A good open shot. Started inside out, just a missed shot right there.
Kunkar just off the mark there as Offer is able to get the rebound for Howard. And you will see them slow down and get into their half-court offense is the Dragons.
Yeah. That's all the Dragons. Right there, that's great. That's a great offense right there. They took their time, they got inside, she attacked the rim. That's all they need to do right there.
And good look by Carey getting inside to Mallet. And like I said, Mallet has that ability to drive into the lane. Raptors will have to respect that going forward. And Ngania backs it in. No call by the referee either way, as a lot of contact under the basket. Shot was missed, and Howard now pushing the pace once again. Smith, 1 versus 4, decides to pull it out as Howard will try to get into their half-court offense. Putnam from the wing gets into Mallet, tried the exact same play, is able to do it, but this time it's going to be a little strong off the backboard and no good for Howard.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. I think Aaron might have to waste of time out to get a girls a breather. Look like Makai is getting tired out there right now. It's got to be a steal.
Raptors moving around the perimeter.
Yeah, the Raptors doing a good job running the offense.
Gonzalez, one too many steps as she tried to put the left-hand layup up. Gets called for the traveling violation, and like you just mentioned, Mallet was breathing heavily and will come out for the only player the Dragons can turn to on the bench. That is Zakiah Brown, the 5'4" freshman guard out of Upper Marlboro, Maryland.
It's going to be a rough night that she got to play a lot of minutes tonight.
And we will also see a substitution for Montgomery as they will get their big forward out, or excuse me, their big center out, and it will be the other half of the Gonzalez twins in there. That is Litzy Luan Gonzalez, the freshman point guard out of Mount Vernon. So you have all of the top scorers for Montgomery in the game right now. They give up a little bit of their height, but right now just trying to match up with the Howard guard play as well. Offer from the corner, double teamed, a good pass inside. Smith, what a cut off the ball, able to put it up and in.
They took their time. It was a great cut, great pass, and finish.
Howard cuts that Montgomery lead down.
Can't leave her
Kunkar,
open, though.
long two-pointer, that's no good. Rebound by Putnam, she'll push the pace. I think she's gonna recognize a 1 versus 3 here. Good job by her as Putman will pull it out. Now Putman, top Zakiya Brown, three-pointer from the corner, that's no good. Good offensive rebound by Offer, second chance, that's no good. Rebounded by Johnson, going the other way for the Raptors. Gonzalez, they get inside to Kunkar. Gonzalez, to Gonzalez, back to Gonzalez. They get inside to Kunkar once more.
That was great D. That was great D by Howard.
This is Miller from the mid-range jumper. That's no good. Smith with the defensive rebound. She has a lane to go with now. What a pass to Putman, but she is unable to put that in. A little strong off the backboard, and a good luck by Nakia Smith, though. That is just the playmaking ability that she brings as the point guard of this team.
Those 2 points you must have. Got to finish fast break points like that.
Johnson kicks it outside to Kunkar. Her three-pointer from the corner, that is good.
And that's what happened right there. You miss a fast break layup, you don't give you a chance of time to come back and set up your defense. They push the ball down quick, got a wide open three.
Yeah, it feels like a 5-point swing right there, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Kunkar now leading all scorers with 6 points. Putman, she'll try a corner three-pointer to answer. That's no good. Rebounded by Litzy Gonzalez. She pushes it way up to Miller. She has trouble handling it, but gets it to Gonzalez. And Brown is forced to foul.
If you see that last play, your point guard, Makai, she got to realize as a shot go up, you can't go in and crash an offensive rebound. You got to get back to stop the defense. She went in to crash the offensive rebound. Nobody was back on the defense. That's why they got a foul there, too. You just got simple plays like that. You got to slow down and just think.
And Gania is back in for the Raptors as Miller will take a break. And we will see Isabella Gonzalez at the line shooting 2. She'll miss her first one. Gonzalez, a 77% free throw shooter on the season. And second one will go in as Montgomery extends their lead 13-8. Howard in their half-court offense. Putman swings it around to Brown. Tries to get it inside. Carey is able to recover after the ball was slapped away. Now she's under a lot of pressure, and a foul will be called as she is bailed out under some difficult offense for Howard. Howard getting into it once more. Offer from the free throw line, kicks it out to Putman. Putman will try cutting inside, but it's going to be slapped away. Gonzalez with the steal. Kunkar going up, and it's going to be tipped out by Putman off of the leg of Kunkar, and it will go back to the Dragons. A good defensive play for Howard.
And I love that. She turned the ball over. She didn't hang her head. She sprinted back, got the defense, got the ball right back. As a coach, you can love that. You love that effort from a player.
Smith bringing it up once again. Brown looking for somewhere to go with it. Carey will pop to the top. Putman finds Carey. They're trying to get it inside to Offer, but good defense by the Raptors denying that. Brown, long-range three-pointer, that's no good. Rebounded by Ngania. Brown shooting just 11% from three-point range this season.
Oh, trap.
Ngania will try the off-balance layup. That's no good. Howard with a 3-on-2 breakaway. Smith gives up to Brown. Brown tries to pass it off, but it's going to be stolen away by Gonzalez. Back and forth we go. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. A 2-second difference between game clock and shot clock. Johnson able to step inside, pass it into Ngania, and a good layup in there for the Raptors as Johnson had a good look in. 15-8 in favor of the Raptors as Howard will be able to hold for the last shot in this first quarter. Smith to Brown. Carey will pop out to get it. Smith, she'll try a three-pointer. That's off to the right. And that will be the end of the first quarter as the Montgomery Raptors will take a 15-8 lead after the first 10 minutes of play. We will take a quick break and be back with you after this. We are back with you here in Rockville, Maryland, as a big thank you to the Montgomery cheerleaders for putting on the performance there between quarters. Also want to give a big shout out to Montgomery College for allowing us to do our broadcast here in their arena. As most of you Dragon fans know, we do not have an arena to play in for the basketball team this season, so the Road Warriors of the Howard Dragons playing their entire 23-24 season on the road, and just trying to get a little bit of love for these Dragons on the broadcast today. Underway here in the second quarter. Howard has already dug in themselves a little bit of a hole to get out of, trying to work their way back. Mallet going through 3 players, has that one just missed. Offer had the offensive rebound, blocked away by Ngania, and she will get possession for the Raptors. Johnson from the corner, mid-range jumper, that's no good. Smith trying to jump around Ngania to get it. In her second try, that's no good. And a held ball will be called by the referee, as it looked like Mallet had the inside position, but Ngania getting her hands on it from behind, able to secure at least possession for her team. Inside to Ngania, she'll give it right back to Kunkar. Skip pass, now inside to Johnson. Backs in once again, and we've seen that several times already where a Raptor backing down a Dragon, a lot of contact, no call, they just let it go.
Yeah, it got to be a call. Contact down low is either a charge or a block. If you don't call it, somebody will get hurt that way. You got to get control of the game on that call right there.
Johnson up to 6 points, tied for the team lead. Brown with the layup, another great pass by Smith to find the wide open Brown, but she just couldn't put it in.
Yeah, but as a point guard, you got to realize who you're passing the ball to. I'd rather for Nakia Smith to take that shot than pass that off to her.
Raptors working around the Gonzalez to Gonzalez. She'll try a long 3. That's no good, and a good box out by Smith will make sure that Kunkar couldn't get the offensive rebound. And we will now see Madison Carey get back in there. It was Mallet who started the second quarter on the court after her break in the end of the first quarter. Howard now back to their starting 5. Putman from the wing. Skip pass. Inside, Mallet has some room to turn and look, but she's unable to make it. Gets the offensive rebound. Second try. That's no good. And Carey with the offensive rebound, and Howard able to reset with a fresh 20.
That was great offense. They just got to finish the layups there.
Like you were saying, you got to have those when you're already falling behind against a really good Montgomery team. Just have to put in the layups.
Yes.
Smith, tough contested mid-range jumper. That's no good. And another offensive rebound. Carey up with it. That's no good. Another offensive rebound. Putman misses it. And Mallet unable to grab the ball. And Coach Erin Barnes on the sideline, her arms up in the air, like wondering how there's no calls there. There was a lot of contact on some of those shots.
But I think the offensive play was initiating a lot of contacts. The Montgomery girls doing a great job going vertical and having their hands straight up. And I think the ref doing a good job, not blowing a whistle, not anticipating calls there.
That's why I love having you here. You can bring the perspective of a coach, bring the perspective of a player, bring it of a referee. Like, you can just bring in a little bit of everything here, Coach.
Yeah, appreciate that.
That shot off the rim will go out, and Howard will get the team rebound from that, as we see Olivia Wright enter the game for the first time, part of the gigantic squad that this Raptors team has, the 6'2" center out of Potomac. Montgomery sporting 3 girls over 6 feet tall, and 7 that are 5'10" or higher. Inside, a good kick out offer with the shot. That's no good. Mallet fighting for the offensive rebound. It's going to be Putman who comes up with it, and there is the foul called for the Dragons.
Howard doing a great job helping creating extra shots when they just got to finish the extra plays there. That's a great take by number 13 for Howard.
Putman will go to the line for the first time for any Dragon this game, as that foul went against Ngania, and that's certainly a player that the Dragons would love to get a few more fouls on to get her in foul trouble. Putman coming this year, she's a 62% free throw shooter, has only attempted 16 free throws all year long. Misses the first. Putman has played in 14 games this year, only her second start of the season, as she will make the second one. Raptors to bring the ball up.
So hopefully Howard can get some stops in and go on a little run to try to close this gap down before halftime.
Dragons have been in this 2-3 defense all game long. If you were the Dragons, would you stick with that, or would you switch it up a little bit?
Understand what Coach Aaron's trying to do, because they can't afford to get in foul trouble, so you're trying to limit them fouls there. But you're kind of down now, so you kind of got to pick up this pace a little bit, try to force a little more turnovers. Right now, Montgomery's comfortable in this 2-3 zone. They swing the ball, and they're getting good shots. So now you got to switch it up a little bit since you're down.
That foul goes against Jayla Putman, her first, as it will be Olivia Wright at the line as she misses the first one. Wright, a 35% free throw shooter on the year.
Wow.
Excuse me, 58% free throw shooter on the year. Oh, no, I was right the first time, 35%.
Wow.
Averaging just 2.6 points per game. Certainly more of a defensive ball handler ball control type of person rather than a scorer for the Raptors. That is going to be a tough play, a lot of contact inside, and it's going to be a held ball as Litzy Gonzalez was able to reach in and grab the ball away. The arrow will point towards the Dragons. And it looks like the referees are calling for a recall of the shot clock, and it will be at 14 seconds for Howard. Courtney Johnson returns into the game for the Raptors, as it will be Wright to take the bench. Carey from underneath the basket, looking for somewhere to go with it. Tries to get inside to offer, but it's going to be smacked away by Gonzalez, and another steal for the Raptors.
I don't know what Madison, number 13 was wide open. It was a great play. She was open. She just hesitated to pass her the ball when she first became open.
Down low to Johnson.
Good hand.
As Mallet is able to strip it away, but couldn't quite grab possession. Shot clock did not reset. Miller with the three-pointer. That's no good. Offer with the rebound. She's going to go the other way. And Offer, once again, a good decision by her, realizing that she had no help. Slows it down. Howard working around the perimeter. Smith now will drive inside, kicks it out to Offer. She'll go inside, and that is going to be a foul called, and I believe that's going to be Ngania's second. It is. And that's a big play for the Dragons to try to get that center into foul trouble. And you will see Ngania go to the bench, likely seeing her final action of this first half as they try to protect her. And it will be Kennedy Clifton, the 6'3" center out of McDonough, to enter the game for the Raptors for the first time. Offer makes the first. She's a 48% free throw shooter on the year, 20 for 41 on the season.
Wow.
Averaging 6.5 points per game, but for the Dragons to get back in this one, they're going to need a lot more than that from her.
I think those numbers kind of screwed. She wasn't playing a lot early in the season. I think her numbers going to start picking up now. She's getting more minutes now that some people have been down and they lost a few girls.
Offer misses the second free throw. Inside Johnson, turnaround jumper, that's no good. Mallet able to get the inside position, gets the rebound. The Dragon defense starting to shine through right now as they have kept these Raptors low in this second quarter. Now seeing if they can get the offense going and just chip away at this lead. Carey inside, kicks out to Putman. That's a good look from three-point range and no good. Smith on the offensive rebound. That's a lot of contact. No foul there as it's going to be a block for Clifton.
But that's great offer. They drove the deep, stuck the deep, kick it in. They got to knock down open shots. You know. And then with Micaiah, she got to realize she's small. You're going against the trees. Go in there, give him a ball fake or something. You're just not going to go straight up in there with him.
Clifton working on Mallet. And Gonzalez foot out of bounds, and it's going to be another turnover for the Raptors.
You said it once, man. Howard doing a great job these last few possessions, stopping them defensively. Now they got to put the ball in the bucket.
Raptors with just 2 points in this entire second quarter, but same to be said for the Dragons as points are hard to come by in this second quarter. 5.5 minutes in. Smith kicks it out into the corner. It's going to be Carey for three-pointer. That's no good, but Offer, nobody near her. She's going to cut inside, and a foul will be called against the Raptors. Howard unable to find the basket right now from the floor, but certainly getting to the free throw line a lot more in this second quarter.
Yeah, but they got to make the free throws too, man. You can't leave free points at the free throw line.
Offer was 1 for 2 on the last time she stepped to the line and makes her first one. Offer for the second try. She's 0 of 5 from the field so far, but 2 of 3 from the line, and make it 3 of 4. As we will see Kunkar come back into the game, replacing Gonzalez. 4:20 left in this second quarter. Raptors moving around. Miller from the wing. Gives it to Clifton. And it's going to be Smith who's able to jump the pass, gets it inside. Now she's going to push the pace, going the other way. Smith looking to pass it off to Putman, and again, that's another opportunity. She might have been able to just go up with it herself.
Yeah, exactly. They're trying to do too much. That's a no-look, one-handed pass for what? You're down. Make the simple play and get the 2 points. And then you're wide open at the basket.
Inside, Johnson kicks out to Gonzalez. Kunkar, long three-pointer. That's no good. Nobody on the other side for the Dragons as Miller is able to grab the offensive rebound. Kunkar will pull it out as she got a fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock. Kunkar taking on Smith inside, kicks it out to Miller. Miller from the elbow. That's going to be just off the rim, and a good rebound by Mallet. Howard pushing the other space the other way. This time, Smith does go up with it, misses the layup, and it is going to be Johnson with the rebound. Just one made field goal in this entire second quarter. That was from the Raptors early on. Somebody's about to ask us if these baskets are regulation size or what.
I was actually doing a great job defensively, man. They just need to find a way to put the ball in the bucket. But
Miller with a few seconds on the shot clock. That's going to be no good. Mallet with the rebound. Now Howard has some numbers for it. Putman catches the long pass, goes up with it. That's no good. Gonzalez takes it away.
It might be a lid on this rim. You might be right.
Doesn't fare well for your game coming up next then, does it?
It does not.
Johnson inside. That's no good. Another missed shot. Mallet with the rebound.
Yeah.
Certainly going to increase the rebound numbers, though.
Exactly. And I think right here, man, it's a good possession. I think Howard should just settle down, run some time off the clock, get their energy back.
Carey, skip pass, Putman. She'll dribble it to the top of the key, trying to find somewhere to go with it. It's going to be Smith from the corner three. That's no good. Offer with a tough offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Asani Offer.
Yes, Howard doing a great job, man. If they can cut the lead down or they can take the lead and have, that'd be great.
2 minutes left. That Montgomery lead is down to 3. As this Howard defense has shown brightly in this second quarter in particular. Johnson inside, tries to get it to Clifton. That is going to be out. And it looked like it might have gotten tipped by the Raptors, but it is going to stay Montgomery ball. Howard will call a 30-second timeout, and this might be just a energy-relieving 30-second timeout, so we'll stay here as it looks like Brown will check back into the game for the Dragons.
I think it's a great timeout for Howard to slow him down, get the energy back, get some rust back. But I think Howard's pushing the tempo too much. They only got 5 girls. They can't push the tempo. They're wasting a lot of energy right there. Just walk the ball to the court, get into your offense, and get good shots. And
so, Howard, you only get 5 timeouts in the game. They've used 2 in this first half. It's only 2 minutes until halftime. Was there only 1?
I think it's the first time from both halves.
Okay, then you're right. That's a great timeout. Never mind. I thought that was the second one they called, but I think you're right. It might have been Montgomery that called the first one.
I don't think no team. I think it's the first time out this whole half.
Oh, there you go.
I could be wrong, but I think it's the first time out this half.
So minute 44, and if you're Howard, you just need to keep playing great defense. Keep it at this score.
Yes, and then walk the ball to the court. Take your time.
Miller inbounding it from underneath the basket. 12 on the shot clock. Gonzalez from the corner, trying to dribble her way out of it. Gonzalez unable to catch that ball. She'll just float it into the middle of the court, and Brown will steal it away. Howard could have a chance to tie the game with a three-pointer here. First time it's been a one-possession game in quite some time.
But I don't think they need any threes. Keep attacking the rim. Keep moving the ball until you get a good shot. Great offense right there.
Inside offers, bumped on the play, missed on the shot.
That's 2 points you got to have right there, especially when you're down.
Johnson pushes it up. Miller throws an off-balance pass or shot. Not sure what it was, but it ends up getting the ball back for the Raptors. Gonzalez, long three-pointer, and that's good.
That's a bad sign for Howard. You don't want her to get hot.
Isabella Luan Gonzalez. And that was almost for a logo three-pointer right there. Montgomery increased their lead to 6. 50 seconds on the game clock in this first half. Brown gives it up to Mallet. She'll try a three-pointer from the corner. That's high off the glass, no good.
Well,
Nakaya Smith with the offensive rebound.
That's not her game right there. We're down. There's no need for it to be hero ball right now. Still a whole second half to go.
Offer gets it to Smith. No look pass across to Carey. Carey with the three-pointer. That's no good. Howard struggling from the three-point range in this game.
They got to get a stop here. They can't let them get another bucket here, getting some energy going to halftime. Let's get a stop here. 6-point game going to halftime is good.
12 on the game clock. As the Raptors holding it for the last shot. Konkar dribbles it inside. Mid-range jumper, no good. A little bit strong. Johnson loses control of it, and it will go back to Howard with 3.2 on the game clock. So we'll see what Howard has in the bag of tricks to see if they can get one last shot off as they will roll it up the court. Smith picks up the ball, takes a couple dribbles up, half court heave, just a little too strong, and that will do it for us in this first half. A low-scoring first half, and it will be the Montgomery Raptors taking a 20-14 lead as we go into the halftime break. We'll be back with you after a short intermission. Halftime intermission here in Rockville, Maryland, but now joined by Howard Community College Athletic Director, men's basketball head coach, and just #1 overall fan of all things Howard Community College athletics, Mike Smelgerson. Coach, thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So first of all, let's talk about this first half that you've seen from the women's basketball team. What have you seen from your eyes?
Well, first, very good defensive strategy. They're playing the 2-3 very well, and they've held Montgomery to 20 points at half. So that's one of the good things that we have going on. And then obviously only 14 points at half. You'd like to see more points. But we're a little shorthanded today. We're without some key players, and so I'd like to see us walk the ball up the court after getting stops and try to slow the game down and be more methodical. Right now, you got Nakia Smith, who's a great player and lightning fast, and she's trying to run and beat everybody down the court, which normally would be great. But I think for this game, I'm sure the coaches are talking to her at halftime about this is more of a slow pace game. So let's slow it down, get good looks offensively. Also, the other thing that I'm seeing on the offensive side is we're having trouble finishing amongst the trees of Montgomery. They're just big and tall, and we're without some of our tall girls. And so I'd like to see us realize that we have the free throw line jumpers open and just stop and pop before we get up in there and force the issue.
Yeah, certainly would be nice to be able to hit some of those shots. Howard, however, 0 for 10 from the three-point range in this game so far, so unable to really spread out Montgomery and trying to keep working it inside. I will say, though, we talked pregame about the fact that Montgomery averaging 72 points per game scoring, Howard averaging just allowing 41 points per game, so something had to give there. So far, the defense of Howard is winning through, but just that offense not quite clicking the way they're hoping.
Yeah, and I think the threes, again, we got to play inside out. So I think once we get in there with the trees, instead of trying to hoist it up over and we're not getting those fouls called, look for the kick out. So the threes that we're missing are mostly us throwing the ball around the perimeter and then shooting a three. But we want to get it inside to the free throw line area, maybe look for that stop and pop, or kick it to the opposite side for a catch and shoot three, and I think we'll start connecting.
Let's switch gears a little bit. In about an hour and a half, your game tips off here, and a huge game it is. What are you hoping to see from your team today, and what are you expecting to see from the game itself?
Yeah, it's going to be a great matchup. Montgomery's on a 3-game winning streak. They're starting to really connect. They've activated a couple players for the spring semester. They couldn't play in the fall, so I think they're finding their rotation, finding their groove. They're big and athletic and tough. They rebound the ball really, really well. So it's kind of a contrast in style because we have good forwards, but they're more of hybrids who are face-up players and can step out and shoot a little bit. So it's definitely going to be a good matchup. It always is when we play Montgomery.
What's your one key to the game? If Howard comes away with the big road win today, it's going to be for what reason?
I think if we out-rebound Montgomery, we will win in the game for sure.
So let's switch away from basketball a little bit. We're getting into the start of the spring season. You've got some really strong teams here at Howard, the men's lacrosse team, the softball team, the track and field team under some great new leadership. What are you excited to see from this spring at Howard?
Oh, yeah, all the sports that you just mentioned for sure, starting with softball, just year 3 for them, and just improvement. They improved from year 1 to year 2, and I know that Coach Riley is excited about what they have here for year 3. So we're just looking to constantly get better and win more ball games. But the girls are looking good. They're working out together, and they look to be in good shape. Our men's lacrosse team, obviously, they're always going to be contenders regionally, along with obviously Hartford and Essex, and so I'm looking forward to those matchups, heated rivalries, and Coach Faust has got the guys working. They've been scrimmaging. They just went to Salisbury. They're going to Frostburg this weekend, and so right around the corner. And then track and field under the new leadership, as you mentioned, of Coach Phil DeRosier. It's just been really exciting to see the culture shift with that program. And I'm looking forward to hosting more meets. And we got the timing system in-house now, which I'm sure you're excited to play around
absolutely.
with.
Fun new toys.
And, it's just a lot of really exciting things happening back home.
Final question for you, and just a little bit of an opportunity for you to plug. We are less than 12 months away from the opening of the brand new Collard Foundation Complex at Howard Community College, which will include the new athletic facilities. Let's hear the plug for how the future of Howard looks so bright.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. We're going to have some awesome stadium seating, which will be much more comfortable than the old wooden bleachers that we're used to in the old AFC. We'll have a student section. We'll have some chair back seating. We'll have a press box and
Yes, we will.
yeah, which I'm sure you're excited to produce the game films. We'll have the JUCOtrons up top instead of jumbotrons, which with digital scoreboards with capabilities of showing videos and replays and the whole nine. We also will have a auxiliary gym and a weight room, strength and conditioning, new training room, locker room. So our student athletes are going to be very lucky to call that place home for a long time.
Love it. Well, thank you so much for your time, Coach. I won't distract you too much longer as I know you got to get ready for your big matchup, and good luck for you tonight.
All right, thanks, Mark. Go Dragons.
Go Dragons indeed. That is Athletic Director and Head Coach Mike Smelkinson. We have just 6.5 minutes left until the start of the second half. We will take another quick break and be back with you for halftime stats after this. All right, we've got a special treat for you here tonight as we are kicking it back to Columbia, Maryland at the Howard Community College Watch Party. Let's take it away, Jalen. What you got there?
Hey, Mark. So we're doing good here in Columbia, Maryland. We're here in the Galaxy. If
in indoor right now, and Robert.
you have how do you
Very, very pleasing to come here and how
absolutely let's all right.
And we thank Jalen for being able to make all that happen back at home. Here in Rockville, we are underway for the third quarter as the Dragons able to get a stop. Continues over the hand of Micaiah Mallett.
And they don't get. Have Howard hit a three?
Nope. Point range in this game, and certainly something that would help them a lot to be able to pointers. So take advantage of where there's the space in between and hit those mid-range jumpers, a little stop and pop. And if nothing else, at least they're getting to the free throw line right now. And Mallett, 2 for 2. She is shooting 63% from the free throw line on the season, improving that percentage after those two. Back the other way, the Raptors. Gonzalez. Moving the ball around. Gets it inside to Johnson. She'll once again turn and shoot. No good. Johnson on the second try. That one is in. As the effectiveness of Courtney Johnson continues to shine through. She leads all scorers with 10 points. Howard back the other way. Smith. They're looking to try to get into Offer. Now they do a good job by Mallett. What a look, and Offer able to lay it in.
Just take your time, hit singles, get it inside, 2 points right there, easy.
And a lot of
Set
what
up
you're
their defense.
A lot of what you're talking about is getting the correct angles. They were able to work it through Smith and Mallett to open up the angle to get it into Offer rather than forcing it in. Turn and shot off the glass, and Gania able to put that in.
That's a tough shot. That was good defense. Tough shot.
Gania already with 12 rebounds in this game. Carey gets it inside to Offer again. She's going to stop and shoot. No good. And that's exactly the spot that Coach Smogenson was talking about, shooting from there, and that's the shot that you would expect her to make there for more often than not. Ngania able to go inside. That's got to be an offensive foul. Oh, they're going to call a block, but could have sworn I saw the hand of Ngania like reaching out like a little stiff arm play, like running back running through, and the referees are going to be talking about it now. And it is going to go the other way. So the stiff arm is called, and that is going to be the third foul against Ngania. What do you see there, Coach?
So the referee was blocking my vision, but to me it seemed like Micaiah was slipping before the contact. So I didn't see that off arm. You had a better angle than I have, and you got the call correct.
I saw the arm out there. That arm was out there real strong.
Yeah, that's why three officials out there.
That's fair. Officials end up meeting and getting the call right as far as I'm concerned.
That right there, you come in the game, your first shot is a contested 2-pointer. That's not your game. You hurt your game. You hurt your team like that.
Brown with the missed shot. Raptors coming back the other way.
Good.
And that is a high
gotta
pass.
grab the ball.
Stolen away by Offer.
No, go get the ball. She's not a go get the. Thank you.
Smith does come get the ball. Now she'll dribble it out, but that is going to be an offensive foul.
Yes.
And that's a good call by the referees on that one, going right back as Smith just a little bit of out of control and just ran right over the Raptors defender.
That's a great call, but right there, you just slow it down. Just slow it down.
I would say if there's one weakness in Nakia Smith's game is that she only runs at 100%. She doesn't know how to slow it down. Kunker, three-pointer, that's no good. Johnson, another offensive rebound. She'll put that up, that's no good. Courtney Johnson, she's already at a double-double with 10 points and 11 rebounds. Howard is able to get the defensive rebound.
Get the ball up. Oh, shit.
Offer, moving the ball around. Nakia Smith picks it up, and Howard will reset. 13 on the shot clock. Smith calling for Putman to join her. Now Putman's going to swing around all the way to their side. They're trying to find her in the corner, but well guarded. Smith from the top of the key. She'll try a three-pointer. That is off the rim a couple of times. Carey with the offensive rebound. She'll go up with it. That's no good. Offer with the offensive rebound. She'll go up with it. That's no good. And Johnson finally able to pull it down for the Raptors.
2 points we need right there. All that hard work for a miss.
Lots of misses.
Yeah, a lot.
Kunker. Gonzalez inside. Johnson able to turn and look. That's no good. Smith was getting held back trying to get the call, and she's still arguing with the referee. And a timeout is called by Coach Barnes. Smith just takes the ball all the way to the scorer's table and puts it down. I have to imagine there's a little bit of a form of protest, but it will be a full timeout.
Yes, but she got to be careful there. She can't afford to get any techs in this game. They need her on the floor.
Yeah, it's a frustrating game for Smith. You can tell that she's not able to make the shots she's used to. She's 1 of 8 from the field, 0 for 5 from three-point range. Hasn't even picked up an assist in the game, which is even more surprising. But again, that's not necessarily her fault.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's not her fault. She made a couple good passes early in the game. Her teammate missed wide open shots. At the same time, I think as a point guard, you got to recognize who you're passing the ball to. I think it was times where she should have took the 2 points instead of passing it, trying to be unselfish. And I think she's trying to do too much now in the second half, trying to get her team back in the game.
Have to imagine that leads to some of that frustration. You know, not only is she not feeling like she's hitting her shots, not getting her assists because her teammates aren't making the shots, also now just trying to get a rebound, feels like she's getting pulled back, and it's a lot. And when you're expected to play 40 minutes, you've got to keep your emotions in check and be able to keep going forward for the team.
Exactly.
We'll see if the full timeout by Coach Barnes will be able to reset the composure of these Dragons. Carey still on the bench for the Dragons as Brown is in the game for Howard. And the Dragons might look to put on some full court press here.
No, it should be black ball. White just hit a layup. It should be black ball. It's black ball. Take the ball out, Black.
And once again, that's why you have 3 referees on the court, right?
Exactly.
I give credit to Montgomery, though. Tried to sneak in an extra possession there.
I would have did the same thing. I would have been yelling, give me the ball.
Inbounded faster.
Yeah.
Howard down by 10 points, trying to cut that lead. Smith,
Thank you.
strong drive inside, and have to see some of that frustration and anger.
Yes.
She's able to put it forward productively and get a layup out of it. Going back the other way, almost picked it off. Miller spins inside, gets it into Ngania.
Straight up. Now rebound the ball.
Air ball on that one, picked up by Offer. And Smith going forward, does not slow it down. She's going to go all the way coast to coast, gets fouled on the play, and Smith goes down hard. But right now, Smith playing with a lot of emotion, able to get to the free throw line. First time Smith has been at the free throw line in this game. A 77% free throw shooter on the year. She's able to make the first one cool, calm, and collected. Fresh and ready to go. Ngania. Gonzalez from the top. Kunker guarded closely by Smith. Skip pass. It's going to be picked off by Offer. Unable to get control, though, as she almost dove into the Raptor bench.
She should have dove in there, took a couple of them out for a second.
I don't know. It would have been diving into coaches. I don't know how much of a difference that would have made.
That made me feel better.
What if that was you sitting on the bench there?
I would have felt sorry for the player.
That a long three-pointer banks home for Isabella Gonzalez. Her second three-pointer made of the game. Raptors back up by 9. Brown pulls it out, skips it over. Carey She'll stop, guarded closely. Brown, she'll do a catch and shoot. That's going to go off the front of the rim, no good. Gonzalez, as she's fallen to the ground, is called for a traveling violation as she was on the ground, stood up and passed at the same time. Might have gotten hit by Mallet on the way.
I think she did. I think Mallet hit her to knock her down to the ground, but I'll take it. Good call, Mr. Official.
I feel like that's not going to be the last time I hear that tonight, but probably from the other side of the court. One of your trademark mottos. As Smith took a step before putting the ball on the court and is called for the traveling violation. 4:22 left in this third quarter. Still a low-scoring game. As I mentioned before, favors the Dragons, but just not scoring enough on their end. Johnson tries to dribble baseline, gives up to Clifton. Clifton goes up with it. That's no good. Howard pushes the pace once more. Smith finds Brown. Brown all over her. His Kungar. It's going to go in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness. What a play by Zakia Brown.
That's a great play. I was upset at first when her passing the ball to her, but that's the way you trust your players as a point guard, as a team as a point guard.
Zakia Brown with the pump fake got Kungar to just jump all over her, still put the ball up and in, and now has a chance to make it a three-point play. Misses on the free throw, however. Gonzalez back the other way, going quickly, gives up to Kungar. As she looks to throw it up, it's going to roll all the way around the length of the rim, off of the leg of Clifton, or excuse me, no, that's Ngunya.
I was right there. I was not going away.
Smith this time will take her time coming up the court. Carey. Brown in the corner. She'll catch and shoot, and that's good. Zakia Brown. She has found her rhythm right now. Some scoring for the Dragons out of nowhere. It is a 5-point game.
Can't leave her open.
Ngania, long pass across, long three-pointer. Oh my goodness, Isabella Gonzalez, the NBA three-point range.
But you gotta find her in the zone. You know that's their shooter. Number 10 and number 1 are they shooting. They shoot it deep. You gotta know they are. You can't leave them open.
Raptors back up by 8 after the three-pointer. All of a sudden, the lids have been taken off of the baskets. Smith with the three-pointer, that's no good. Mallet with the offensive rebound. She'll go right up with it. That's no good under a lot of contact, and a foul will be called against Offer as she was trying to fight for the offensive rebound. Just the second foul against Offer, the first Dragon to get into her second foul. So as you mentioned in the pregame, need to stay out of foul trouble. They've done a good job of that at least.
Yes, they have been. But now they got to find the shooters in the zone, especially number 10 already hit 2 today. You got right there, that's in her range right there. You got to step out there.
And Smith did just that. This time it's going to be Gonzalez. She'll flip it back up. And Smith stepped up again. Ngania now.
But they got one. They got both right there. You can't leave her open.
Pump fake inside to Ngania. She'll go up with it, and a foul will be called as Carey had her arms down initially. Might have made a little bit of contact. Oh, no, it's going to be against Mallet.
Reaching in. That's a good call, reaching in. Because Maddie was there, verticality, great defense there, but she can't reach it. They got that late reach in right there.
Mallet with her second foul called. Ngania will make the first free throw. The scoreboard says Mallet has just her first, so that will be what we'll go for. And second free throw is good for Ngania, as she is close to approaching a double-double herself with 14 rebounds and 8 points. Brown now just shooting every time she touches the ball. That one's going to be off the rim.
Yeah, and that's the bad thing about when bad shooters make shots. They think they become good shooters.
What about the hot hand? You know, you made a couple of shots, you're going to make the next one, right? That's what they always feel.
But also, you open for a reason.
Gonzalez with the floater. That's no good. Now Carey pushing it the other way. Carey takes it all the way. Left-hand layup, that is no good. She was uncontested as she did a good job pump faking the pass and then just couldn't make the left-hand layup. Gonzalez, that shot, that's going to be airballed. Johnson able to pull down the offensive rebound. Kungar with the three-pointer, that's no good. Carey with the rebound. Now Carey will push the pace. Smith able to find some space.
Good
What a
pass.
pass over to Micaiah Mallet. Mallet puts it in.
Great pass. Now they got to get a stop here.
Back to an 8-point Raptor lead. Johnson able to turn and look. Gonzalez, another long three-pointer. That's going to be an air ball and out. Howard does indeed make a stop.
Yeah, I think that's the twin Gonzalez. I don't think the twin Gonzalez hit a shot, hit a three today yet.
That was Litzy Gonzalez. She is 0 for 5 on the day. You're right. It is number 10, Isabella Gonzalez, the one that's 3 for 5 from three-point range.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Both of them can shoot now.
Across to Brown. Brown this time will decide to try to find the pass, but into too much traffic looking for Carey. Stolen away by Gonzalez. Gonzalez looking for Kunkar, and that pass off the mark as Gonzalez will take a deep, heavy sigh on that turnover. 55 seconds left in this third quarter. Howard can't quite hold for the last shot.
But they
Carey.
She got to make this right here.
Inside, left-handed layup misses again. Just off the front of the rim. Gonzalez able to cut inside. Off balance, oh my goodness, high off of the glass and in.
Well, that's what happens. You miss a shot, you hang your head, and you jaw it back on the offensive end.
Putman blocked away by Ngania.
Howard just got to keep their head up. They're going to make shots. He's got to keep shooting with confidence, give attack with confidence.
Out to the top of the key. Smith, she will pull for the three-pointer, and it's good. Nakaya Smith finally hit from three-point range. Howard needed that one.
They got to turn around. They got to find 10.
20 seconds left in this third quarter, down by
Got to
7.
stay up on 10.
Johnson able to turn and look. That shot is no good, and Ngania able to reach over Carey and grab the rebound. 10 seconds left. Konkar. She'll drive inside,
Charge.
and a blocking violation is called. Offer tried to step in on that and perhaps just stepped a little bit too late, caught it off the side just ever so slightly. Her second foul, and Konkar will go to the line for 2.
That's a bang-bang play there.
Talia Konkar, 57% free throw shooter on the year. That is, first one is good.
I think this is a different game with Sydney Harmon's playing.
Yeah, certainly one of those moments of what might have been if you had your star center on the court. Second one is missed. Carey bringing the ball up the court. Long three-pointer at the buzzer. That's going to be just short of the rim. And the Howard Dragons were able to make a little bit of a run there, pulled it back briefly, but it is going to be an 8-point deficit as we go into the fourth quarter. Quick intermission here. We'll be back with you shortly for the final period of play. Keep it on. Yeah, for the cheerleaders. Ten minutes left on the clock here in regulation as the Dragons trail 39-31 here in Rockville, Maryland against Montgomery College. Mark Winkle and Will Thomas bringing you the action here in the first part of our doubleheader, as the men's teams will start getting ready here. Carey, turn looking. That's going to be a lot of contact. No call there. And Coach Barnes is absolutely beside herself on that no call.
That was a tough move, great move. You got to get that contact there.
Miller drives inside, no good. Johnson, that shot is no good. Rebounded by Carey. Smith calling for some help. Putnam. Brown swings it around to Putman. She'll try a three-pointer. That's a little strong, and that hits off of the shot clock and will be out. Brown putting a little solo full court here in the fourth quarter. First time we've seen that in the game.
I think they're in the box at one. I think they're playing matchup zone.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I see that now. To get inside of Miller and grab that away.
I kind of like the switch up. Put a little more ball pressure on the ball.
Smith long two as she pulls up on that one. That's no good. A couple of Dragons fighting for it. Brown comes up with it, tries to pass it off, and that's swatted away by shadowing Gonzalez. Good rebound by Smith as she's able to jump inside and grab that one away. She's approaching 10 rebounds herself. Carey finally is able to get that left-handed layup in. She was due for that one.
Yes, she was.
Howard cutting into that Raptors lead. They've been chasing it all game long. Gonzalez inside, gets around the screen, puts up the floater, and that's in. Tough floater there as Litzy Gonzalez gets on the board, her first points of the game.
Howard can't afford to go back, trade baskets right now.
Gonzalez was 0 of 7 from the floor before that basket, as she averages 12 points a game. Brown, off balance pass inside. Carey has it taken away by Gonzalez. She'll find her sister, and now they will try to slow things down. And if you're the Raptors right now, you imagine you'd want to use up a little bit more shot clock. Putman able to slap it away, but it falls into the hands of Ngania. Bad luck for the Dragons, and Ngania puts it in.
Yeah, I was getting tired. That 5-man is tired right now.
Coach Barnes calls the 32nd timeout, and it looks like Barnes, right after a timeout is called, is going to each player one by one and asking how well they're doing, how much is left in the tank, and trying to find who is able to go out there and keep fighting for every possession right at this moment.
Yes, you're exactly right.
By the way, got to give a big shout out to these Montgomery College cheerleaders. Look at them stunting on the court.
I don't know, I think our cheerleaders a little bit better.
Well, we are certainly looking forward to the Howard Dragons competitive cheerleading squad getting started in the fall of 2024.
Yes, I'm excited.
Big shout out to the sideline cheer squad for their debut year here in 2023-24, and love seeing them at that Prince George's game. A great presence by them, but certainly looking forward to the very bright future of the Howard cheerleading squad going forward. Howard will inbound the ball, down by 10, needing to go on a big run here to catch up. Carey kicks it out. Putman, three-pointer from her. That's no good. Fight for the rebound. It's going to be tipped by Gonzalez to Gonzalez. Back to Gonzalez, as she will pass it too high for Miller. And it didn't look like Miller was ready to catch that pass. As Coach Barnes just got her warning from the referee saying no more. She's been on them all night long. Smith gets it inside to Carey, trying to find Mallet. Instead, they'll go back to the outside. Smith, awkward catch for Brown. Now Smith will go for it. Is fouled on the way in. She's still able to get the shot up just off the mark, but she will go to line 4-2. And right now, that seems to be the most effective offense for the Dragons, is just Nakia Smith making a play and driving inside of this Raptors defense.
You're exactly right.
Smith has that first one. Rattle in and out. She had made the first 2 free throws that she had seen. Howard not looking to put a strong contest into this free throw, as both forwards are in the backcourt already, as she will miss both free throws. A tough couple points for the Dragons to miss out on there. Gonzalez, Howard going for the half-court trap there. Gonzalez able to get out of it. Skip pass by Ngania to Gonzalez. She gets around Carey. Dishes inside. Kunker from the free throw line. That is good. Talia Kunkar up to 10 points on the game. And a pushing foul will be called against Gonzalez. Oh, no, excuse me, Miller will be called for the foul. Now 4 players for the Raptors in double digits. Gonzalez with 12, Kunkar with 11, Johnson with 10, and Ngania with 10. Putman to the corner. Smith looking for her opening. Carey is trying to post up. She is going to be able to get to it, and a foul will be called. That will be the 4th against Ngania. Perhaps too little too late, but they're attacking Ngania and taking advantage of the foul trouble that she's in.
They stole a lot of time. They only down 12, stole a lot of time. The 6 buckets, but they need to get stops at the other end, though.
They may have called that on Gonzalez.
Oh, wow.
They did call it against Gonzalez, so Montgomery catches break, just the 2nd foul against Gonzalez rather than the 4th for Ngania. Carey steps on the line, calmly makes 2 free throws.
So now they pressuring the ball now.
Putman able to steal it away from Gonzalez. She'll go straight up with it and misses the layup, and a foul will be called against the Dragons. Right when you thought that they were going to make the play that they needed, unable to convert on the fast break layup. So foul called against Putman. That is going to be her 2nd. Howard will keep up with the full court press. Go. Ngania, the one-handed football pass across to Gonzalez. Kunkar trying to dribble it through. Micaiah Mallet got a touch away, but it's going to be off of her and out for Raptors inbound. Ngania hands it off to Kunkar. She pulls up and hits the jumper. Talia Gunkar, now the leading scorer, up to 13 points. Raptors increase their lead up to 12. Mallet tries to drive baseline, reverse layup, and it's in! Micaiah Mallet, a strong play. This one surely has to be on Ngania, so that's one of those situations. If they had called the last foul on Ngania, she would have been at 4. That would have been her 5th, and she would have just fouled out of the game.
That would have been a big break for Howard.
Instead, she's still in there with 4.
Either way, Montgomery had a big break.
Mallet able to complete the 3-point play, and we're back to a single-digit lead for the Raptors. Howard keeps up the pressure. Ngania.
Well, they got to get up and pressure the ball now. They down. You got to put a little more pressure. They got to suck it up now.
Miller under pressure.
You got to leave it all out there on the floor. Suck it up now, man to man.
Gonzalez
can't leave it
way downtown. That's no good. Putman with the rebound. 3-on-2 breakaway if they want it. Putman gives it up to Carey. Carey with the left-handed layup. That's good.
It seems like Carey's trying to break some barriers out there, making these layups down.
Carey able to put it in. Going back the other way. Tried to pick it off. Gonzalez with the pass to Miller.
But that's why they're celebrating. They make 2 points. They celebrate. They don't get back on defense. You can't have that happen. You down right now.
Miller with her first points of the game on the layup. 25 minutes, 2 points. Back to a 9-point Raptor lead. Putman kicks out to Smith. Smith thought about taking the 3-pointer, decided against it. Now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Carey, pump fake, drives inside. Passes it across. Putman is wide open. The 3-pointer, too strong. And Ngania
get up.
Able to get the rebound. Miller pass inside, finds Ngania, and a foul will be called against the Dragons.
That's lazy defense. Y'all down right now. It's a 50-50 ball right on the floor, and you don't dive on it.
Have to wonder if the fatigue is setting in there and just unable to really put in the maximum effort needed to make a comeback like this.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think the fatigue is setting in, but Howard is a championship contender team, and this is where championships are made at the last 4 minutes of a game. There's no excuses. You gotta leave it all out there if you're trying to be a champion.
A full timeout is called. Gives us a chance to take a quick look at the stats. Howard just 14 of 56 from the field in this game, 25% from the field, 1 of 19 from three-point range. They are 11 of 16 from the free throw line. Five steals credited for the Dragons, 9 for the Raptors.
How many turnovers do we have?
So I was just looking at that. They look a little off because Howard only has 4 turnovers on the board. I feel like that number is a little on the low side. Again, if you're a Howard fan, you're certainly not complaining about having less turnovers on your name, but I feel like that might be a little low on the low side.
I think you're right.
For Montgomery, 20 of 67 from the field, shooting 30%, 5 of 16 from three-point range, most of them coming from Isabella Luan Gonzalez.
I think most of the 3 points was from the second half. I think they might have hit 1 or 2 the first half.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 9 steals, as I mentioned, for Montgomery. 3 of which came from Litzy Gonzalez, so not having a great day shooting today, but she does have 3 steals, 3 assists to her name, and 5 rebounds, doing it in other places. How about Athena Ngania? 18 rebounds to go with her 11 points, so gets her double-double along with Courtney Johnson, who's got 10 points and 15 rebounds. Ngania at the line, shooting the second of her 2 free throws. And she makes it 4 of 4 from the line for the center. Four minutes left to play. Howard down by 11, needing to find a whole lot of baskets here. Matlin inside, what a play.
And they got to keep attacking her. She's not trying to pick up that 5th foul. Just go at her. You got to make your layups.
Also have to wonder, where's this been all game? Why has Mallet not been touching the ball every single possession? Because she has been effective, it seems like, every time she gets her hands on the ball. Gonzalez dribbles the baseline, tries to get it to Ngania, stolen away by Carey. She tips it to Smith. Smith steps inside. Mallet gets in, and another one. Micaiah Mallet.
Come on, keep pressuring. That's what I'm talking about. This is where you got to suck it up. Pressure the ball. Just get more style and push the ball down the floor.
Howard now down by only 7 points.
Get up.
Gonzalez from the midcourt line. Tries to drive in. Gonzalez with the pump fake. Tries to Euro step in. Johnson on the offensive rebound putback. That's no good. And Mallet able to get the offensive rebound. Looked like she might have had her foot stepped on as she came up limping a little bit. And she is slow to get up the court right now. Not what you want to see out of a player who just scored a whole bunch of points in a burst right there. Smith with the ball in her hands. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Putman inside to Carey. Carey's going to try to drive to her left, and a foul will be called.
2 shots.
And that will put Howard into the double bonus as that's the 5th foul of the quarter.
And that's bad for Montgomery. Why was Montgomery fouling right there? You put a good free throw shooter on the line for 2 points, and you stop the clock, and you give him a breather. You don't want that to happen.
Good play all the way around for Howard, however. Yes. Carey, a 78% free throw shooter, the highest among active players for Howard. And makes the first one. Now 3 of 3 from the line. Love hearing a good amount of Howard faithful making the short drive south to be at this game. Carey with the second free throw, hits the rim a half dozen times.
Got to get up, though. Find him in.
But it falls in. Dragons down by just 5 now, and a foul will be called by Putman on the bounce, or the bump, excuse me. I believe that will be the second foul, excuse me, a 3rd foul against Putman. Putman will continue to put on the full court pressure, forcing Gonzalez to earn every inch of real estate that she wants. trying to get inside Ngani. A good fight from Mallet, able to slap the ball away and get the steal.
No,
And
get the ball up.
and trying to dribble up. Putman is called for stepping out of bounds, and a tough play after a really strong steal for the Howard. When you have all the momentum going forward, you get the stop, and then just stepping out of bounds. That's a killer one there.
Shouldn't it be 21 shot clock?
And now an intentional foul will be called against the Dragons. Oh, man, that is just a killer. I did not see what happened on that play.
I didn't see what happened.
The referees will converse on that one. But that will be the 4th foul against Putman. So that 2 free throws for the Raptors end possession.
That's tough right there.
Right as you had, like I was mentioning, all the momentum, and that just really sucks some of the wind out of you.
Yeah, hopefully she can miss the second one too.
So Howard now down by 6. Brown putting the pressure on Gonzalez. Now Smith on the other Gonzalez, trying to get around her. Smith all over her. Some tough, energetic defense from Howard, trying to dig deep. Ngania, though, what a play there. Gonzalez found Ngania cutting through the middle and puts it in. Howard down by 8, 2 minutes left. Carry inside, Mallet. Another tough move. Micaiah Mallet just taking over the offensive game for the Dragons. She's up to 15 points. Gonzalez still dribbling in circles. Floats up that pass, stolen away by Mallet. Puts it up to Smith. Smith goes all the way in, fouled hard on the play. Where's the intentional foul? And that is my question.
Nah, she
No?
No, she wouldn't play it for the ball.
Referees are talking about it right now. And it will just be called a common foul. It was at least discussed for a second.
Yeah, it's just because the play that happened before. The play that happened before didn't happen with her, they would never have discussed that.
So the Raptors will now call a 30-second timeout.
And actually, I think that's a bad timeout for Montgomery. To give Howard 30 seconds to catch a breather, slow down, set something up, set their press up.
So 6-point deficit here. You're at the line, shooting a couple free throws, a minute and a half left. Dragons aren't out of this by any means.
Oh, no. Got a lot of time. Knock down these 2 free throws, force them to take 1 shot, rebound the ball, and just keep giving the ball to Micaiah. They're big girl. She's not playing any defense right now. She don't want to pick up her 5th foul. Keep getting the ball to Micaiah. Micaiah keep going to the rim.
So if you're the Dragons, you make these free throws. Do you full court press?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm full court press. I'm trying to wear number 10 out. I don't want number 10 to get comfortable. Then she get her feet set under her. Now she's getting good open shots. Make her become a distributor.
Howard at 4 fouls, so any foul for the rest of this game will result in free throws. Smith at the line, makes the first one. Ice cold water running through her veins as per usual. Intentionally missed the rebound?
No, not now. They got too much time. They don't need to play that right now.
And she makes the second one.
There you go.
Full court press is on. Brown all over Gonzalez.
Get back in front of her. Good. Let's keep turning. That's good. See?
Another lifted pass. Oh, that's a travel. She lifted her pivot foot, and the referee does call it.
That's great. They pressure the thing. They force her to pick it up. They make her a distributor.
We saw that just done. The play before, Mallet jumped on the lofted pass, got the steal, did it again, and again it resulted in a bad situation for the Raptors.
You got to make 10 into a distributor.
Howard down by 4 now.
Don't need that 3.
Smith three-pointer, that is going to be off the mark.
No, Witz has been working. Witz got you back in the game. Micaiah is attacking the rim. We don't need to play hero ball right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Lifted to Gunkar. She's wide open for the two-pointer. That's no good. And Smith just barreled into her own teammate,
It's a
determined to get that
No,
rebound.
it's a 4-point game.
Brown tries to pass it across to Mallet. Mallet does get it, and that layup is blocked away by Ngania.
But it's a 4-point game. Why you're rushing? It was. See, now you got to rush now.
Gonzalez able to get out of the half-court trap. She'll go up with it. Blocked away by Mallet. Carey gets the rebound. 50 seconds left. She'll pass it forward to Smith. She'll go all the way with it. One-on-one. That is going to miss Gunkar, but that's going to be a held ball, and the arrow will stay with the Raptors.
No, that's not a foul. So, in a situation like that, you gotta slow it down and call a timeout. Get your guys settled back up. The jump ball should be white ball though.
So now there's a conversation about which way the arrow should be pointing, and the referees do confirm that it is Raptors ball. 41.7 on the clock, and a foul will be called against the Dragons as Nakia Smith is called for the off-ball foul.
That's kind of good foul. No time running off the clock. We just got a box out and rebound. Hope she missed one or two. And if I'm correct, women's ball get to advance the ball, right, on timeouts.
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
So you calling it right after this on a made free throw?
I would have called the play before he got to stop.
That's fair. I think she was liking the chances of Smith to dribble down there and make it. I mean, that's a play that she's made a living on for so much of her 2-year career here at Howard.
And I agree with that side, but you got to see the flow of the game and the flow of the game. That hasn't been working for this game right here.
That is fair.
What's been working for you is slowing the ball down, getting the ball to Micaiah. And that's what got you back in the game.
Now, what do you think the referees are conversing about right now?
I'm not 100% sure. There's nothing for them to converse about.
And they'll go have a conversation with Coach Barnes after the result of that conversation. And Gonzalez, in the meantime, makes both free throws. Timeout will be called. And a 30-second timeout will be called.
It's still a lot of time. How many times do you know how many times Howard have left?
I do not. I have to imagine that might be their last one.
I don't think they called 5. I know they called 1 the first half. I think they might have called 2 this half. So I want to say they might have 2 left.
Referee actually just gave us the answer. They have 1 timeout left.
Okay.
So, like you said, you get to advance the ball here. You've got only 35 seconds now. Now do you have to settle for a three-pointer?
I think it's 40 seconds, right? Am I right?
I'm showing 35.
Okay. I don't think you.
Oh, no, you're right. It is 41. My fault.
Yes. But it's a tough decision. I would take a good, if it's open, I'd take a good open shot. You got to take the best available shot here, quick shot.
I'm honest. If it's me, you're just finding a way to get it to the person that brought you back and just get it to Micaiah Mallet.
Yes.
Hope that your defense can cause another steal.
Yeah.
And we're still having a conversation. Oh, you know what? It's about the arrow. Because there was a held ball down here, but the arrow is still pointing towards Montgomery.
No, so they got the ball at the beginning of the half. We had a held ball. We got the jump ball, and that was the second jump ball this quarter. That's correct. They're correct. But no, but the arrow.
The arrow should be pointing back towards Howard now.
We have the jump ball.
You know, I have to say, if Ken Krasalik were here, he'd be telling you that the college game hasn't seen a jump ball in decades. That it's not a jump ball; it's a held ball. So shout out to my mentor Ken Krasalovic.
Yes. No.
It's got to be Howard's arrow.
Yeah, it should be Howard arrow. They just had the last jump ball. Yeah, they just got the jump ball there. You know the possession 3 plays behind.
Howard will pass it to midcourt. Smith. Inside to Mallet. Mallet will get aggressive. Goes up with it. That is going to be no good.
Got a foul.
And Gania picks it up. And Howard will foul as Carey gets her hands on Gonzalez. So they did try to go to Mallet, and it had worked so many times before. Mallet just couldn't quite get that one to fall in traffic.
Well, I think Howard gave a good fight. Regardless of the score, however it ends, they fought and they played well. And
Hate to keep bringing this up, but man, this would have been such a different game with Sydney Harmon in there.
Yeah, Sydney Harmon, and then also they also lost Jenna. Jenna, last game she played, she
Yep.
had a great game. I thought she was ready to come back, but sorry that for her circumstances, she's not in the game. But they're missing two good pieces there.
Yep. Second free throw is good. Howard now down by 8 with 30 seconds left. Smith just goes straight to the basket, spin moving in, and what a play there. Nakia Smith, and it goes for the steal, and oh, the foul is going to be called. It looked like she got the ball, but the referee is signaling that there was a hand that made contact with the head area, and therefore the foul is called. Smith walking past this table, showing some very clear and obvious signs of displeasure at that call. Smith up to 3 fouls in the game. And it will be Isabella Gonzalez at the line shooting 2 more free throws. She's 3 for 4 from the line so far in this game.
Why they don't have 4 people on the okay, no, man.
Gonzalez makes both of them. 20 seconds left. Smith gives up to Carey. Carey will try the 3-pointer from behind the arc. No good. And Gania with the rebound, and she will be fouled on the play, and that will pretty much do it here. Again, great fight from the Dragons. They gave it their all. So many things going against them, a really tough situation, and just couldn't quite find enough offense, especially in that first half, to stick with these Raptors.
Good thing about it, get Sydney Harmon back. She's not done for the year. They will see them again in the playoffs. They will be a top 8 team and top 8 seed.
Have to say, it certainly built their way into the game. Only 14 points scored in the first half, 38 in the second half. And Gania made the first, missed the second. And Howard will call their final timeout.
I love you fighting until the end.
I feel butt coming.
Yeah.
I feel the butt coming.
But, you know, at this point, just let it go. People ready to go home.
I'm going to remember that if you guys pull something similar.
We're not going to do this. I would not let Coach Mike call a timeout. You know, but 10 seconds ago, down 9. Hey, great catch.
Great catch. I will say, unless they got Reggie Miller out there, the famous, 9 points he made in 20 seconds.
Yeah, don't forget about Tracy McGrady against what's his name?
Yeah.
13 and 9,
Yeah.
But they don't have none of those people.
Certainly wouldn't hurt. There you go. Second try. Great job, Montgomery cheerleaders. So we see the men's squad for Howard in the back corner, just ready to storm the court and get their chance. The Montgomery men's team in their locker room.
Yeah, hopefully the Howard Dragons come out and play a better game and revenge the girls for them.
So I talked to Coach Smelkinson a little bit before the game. What is your one key for the men to beat the Montgomery men's team?
We got to rebound.
That's exactly what he said.
We have to rebound the ball. They are big. They big oriented, man. They do. We limited in one shot and rebound the ball. That we be in a good space. If we don't rebound the ball and we give them second and third chances, we're gonna be in a dogfight. We might even get blown out the gym.
Good to know that you and Coach Mike are on the same page at least.
Yes.
As we see another foul called, and Smith once again called for the foul.
Like I said before, I love that they are competing till the end, but.
And Nakia Smith will foul out on that one, her 5th foul, and has a couple words for the referee as she is taking her walk of shame to the bench. 8.3 seconds left, and it will be Gonzalez to take a couple more free throws. Have to say, the final score of this game will not necessarily be indicative of how close it was. It was a really close game there. Got it down to 4 points. It was 1 or 2 plays here and there, and it really could have changed going the other way.
Yeah, it was a 4-point game with like minute 10 seconds left.
Mallet with another three-point attempt. That's no good. Rebounded by Johnson, and that will do it for us. So a great game here, but it will be the Montgomery Raptors improving to 14-6 on the year, 5-1 in regional play. The Dragons of Howard will fall to 12-4 on the year and take their first regional loss of the season as they drop to 4-1. Don't go anywhere. The second part of our doubleheader comes up here in just 20 minutes. The men take the floor, and you will not want to miss this one. Coach Will, thank you so much for your time.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it. I had a fun time.
Well,
You know,
always a
come back.
pleasure with you.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
And good luck to you guys.
Yes, hopefully we can break some barriers this next game and get a W.
Thank you so much. Break them barriers, and good luck to the men. We will take a break. Don't you go anywhere. The men start in just 20 minutes.